The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Liz James, and I'm your host for this evening's webinar, part of our Foundation of Elite Health webinar series. And this evening is all about supporting your immune system on the go. So I can see lots of attendees joining. Hello, everybody. I can see Kathleen White. Hello, good evening. Martin Davies. Jeremy Townsend. Hello, Jeremy. Haven't seen you in a while. Helen Prosper. Helen Fetzer. All Helens. Brian Thompson. Hello, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we'll leave it another minute or so to allow people to connect. Let's just see who else. Oh gosh, there's lots of people joining. Hello, Kat Wilton. And we've also got the lovely Rachel Dobson. Hello, Rachel. Hello. Can you unmute yourself, Rachel?
Yep. Hi, Liz.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Sounding like a drowned rat, though.
Rachel is a personal trainer in Henley-on-Thames, a very good friend of mine and also a Synergy colleague who is growing a very successful Synergy business. And our nuggets of information tonight all focus on the immune system. And I know you've had lots of experience in this area yourself, Rachel, haven't you?
I have, Liz, yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, I suddenly became very unwell and was subsequently diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome. For those who haven't heard of it, it's very similar to lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. So it presents itself with severe joint and muscle pain, chronic fatigue, dry eyes, dry mouth. Yeah, basically my immune system attacks me rather than helping me at times.
And I think you really struggled with energy levels, didn't you, before actually putting extra nutrition in your body?
I did, to the point as a personal trainer, I was considering giving up my career because it was just too much. I couldn't function. The brain fog was just awful. And then I stumbled across Synergy, and my first experience was the E9, and I have to say it was a game changer for me. It gave me a huge energy boost, and made me realise that maybe I could continue doing what I was doing.
Wow, wonderful.
So then I started taking all of the other products. I started on the V3, which was Pro-Argi9, Mystify, and Phytolife. And from month to month, I just got stronger and better. The pain reduced, the fatigue got better. I mean, obviously, no miracle cure, but it's given me a level of health back I didn't think I'd see again.
Yes, yeah, incredible. And many people struggle, don't they, managing their autoimmune conditions? And I think it is finding that fine balance, isn't it, between doing what you want to do in life, but also getting that balance right.
It is. I mean, I still obviously have to change. I mean, diet in my life, how I live my life. You've got to bring all of those things in as well. But the Synergy has definitely given me the opportunity to sort of continue personal training for starters. And then the microbiome, I wish I'd discovered it. I was introduced to the microbiome, and that just put my health on another level.
That's
my blood tests, my kidney function. The brain fog in particular, I've never thought with such clarity even before the Sjogren's. So yeah, just amazing. Just amazing.
And it's quite incredible, isn't it, that the body can start working so much better when it receives, enough of what it needs, actually.
Definitely. Even down to I'd lost a lot of hair and my nails stopped growing. Which was one of the most upsetting things out of it all. But since Pro-Argi9, my hair's all grown back, my nails have grown again. So yes, amazing.
It's great.
And this going through winter, I haven't had a single cold. I've been on the product for about 2 years now. The last year, I haven't had a single cold. And obviously, if somebody with an autoimmune disorder, if you get a cold, you're very poorly with it, or can be very poorly with it.
Yes, absolutely.
What I tend to do is, if I feel coming down with something, I just head straight for Pro-Run, which is one of the new gels, and I dose myself up on it, and it knocks out the water.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I think really, for me, seeing you, every time I see you, because obviously I'm down in Somerset and it's quite a way, and each time I see you at different events, you're just looking better and better. So, you know, you've got such an inspiring story, and I'm so thrilled you're enjoying such improved quality of life now. Thank you so much for sharing, and I know you're going to carry on inspiring many, many people. Thanks, Rachel.
My pleasure, Liz.
So let's just see who else has joined the call as we've been chatting. We've got Miriam Oliphant that's hopped on. We've got Nicola Hock. Hello, hello. Peter Ragg, Michael Cross. I don't know that name, I don't think. Also Lucy Palmer, Kirsten. There's too many names to mention, but welcome everybody. And I can also see Ginny Burgess from Oxfordshire. Hi, Ginny.
Hi, Liz. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Now, Ginny is an author, a blogger, and an elite health coach. And Ginny, I just loved you to just tell me how your skin is, because I know a couple of months ago when I spoke to you, your immune system had a bit of a challenge, didn't it?
It certainly did. It had a bit of a Barney.
So let us know which of the new products actually helped you. It came to the rescue, I believe.
Oh, it did actually. Well, several of them did, to be honest, because I was in very good health. You know, I'd done a couple of purifies. I was on the V3 system. I was in superb health, and I thought, this is great. And I don't take my health for granted. But something happened. An unfortunate situation arose where I was exposed to these larvae, the carpet beetle larvae, and it's very similar to something you may have seen on the news recently about these poisonous caterpillars in London. It's the larvae. They have about 60,000 really ultra fine hairs on them, and there's something inside these hairs that can trigger a reaction. And I've never ever been allergic to anything in my life before. I've never had hay fever. I've never had any food allergies. I've been very fortunate, and it just hasn't happened. But then over a period of, I don't know how long it was, it may have been weeks or months of being exposed to these bugs, my body started to react very violently. We didn't know what it was at first. It was happening mainly at night time, because obviously I couldn't stop them. I didn't know they were on me. So I had several things. I had obviously very severe sleep deprivation, because I just found I didn't want to go to bed. And then it just built up, and I just had this, it affected all around my hairline, my face, my neck, my upper body, my arms, throat, chest. And my skin just went really, really dry and itchy. And when I was really bad, I always just had this intense burning sensation, and it was constant, more or less, the itching, and sometimes the burning would go on for hours. And I had to carry on. I had a very busy time. So the V3 obviously was keeping me going, but then I was very fortunate because that was just when the gels had been launched, and Kim suggested I try the ProMoon because it's, you know, meant to help support the immune system. So that's what I did.
Wow. And I think things started really rapidly improving then, didn't they?
They did. Actually, I took one box, I took one gel a day, and it really just took down the inflammation. I felt like it took down the inflammation inside my body. It just sort of, I felt like it calmed me down a lot. I used the Trulim skincare excuse me, to help with my skin, and that was fantastic. Otherwise I just wouldn't have gone out in public at all because I looked a mess. Internally I also had to control my histamine levels, so I was eating anti-inflammatory foods as well. But I think the ProMoon, that was the only extra thing that I added to my supplement routine, if you like. And within a month of taking that, I've just felt like I'm just about back to my normal self, and it's been a godsend.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear, because I remember hearing the distress in your voice. So I'm so glad things have improved for you. And yes. Thank you so much, Ginny, for sharing that experience with us. And yeah, I'll see you soon.
You're welcome. Yeah, thanks, Liz. Bye.
Thank you. So I've been really excited about this Foundation of Elite Health webinar series. We've all had great speakers that we've been listening to with fantastic information throughout this month of May. And also during this, our 4th week, which has been all about how to take care of ourselves when we're very busy and on the go. So we've heard great nuggets from John, from Kerry and Helen this week. And tonight I'll be sharing how you can support your immune system on the go. But before I just start, I'd just like to let you know that tomorrow evening we have the lovely Helen Prosper with us, finishing off the week with the importance of vitamins and minerals on the go. Helen is based in East Sussex and has been working in health and wellness for about 25 years in a variety of roles. She's been an elite health coach with Synergy for the last 5 years, a lovely, lovely soul, and is extremely passionate in helping others improve their quality of life. So please just join Helen tomorrow evening if you can. So back to this evening, I'm Liz James, and for those who don't know me, I've been working in health and wellness for just under 20 years. I practice the Bowen and the Emmett techniques, and I'm also a nutritional therapist, and I've been working with Synergy for, just nearly 4 years now. It's really quite apt, to be honest, that I'm going to be talking to you about the immune system, because I battled leukemia, acute leukemia, at the age of 18. And during this time, I actually had periods of my life where I would spend 8 to 10 weeks in a sterile isolation unit in hospital, in an isolation unit where my immune system was absolutely zilch. I didn't have any immune function at all. And to be honest, it was then that I started to become fascinated by my body, but the human body. And due to my own health imbalances, I decided to study nutrition. And this predominantly was looking for solutions for my own body. I had lots of health imbalances that I'd been left with from my life-saving treatment. And over the years, I'd tried many different routes, nutritional, natural healing, natural products, you name it really, liver cleanses, all sorts of things, and not gaining much headway. And Synergy supplements have proven absolutely life-changing for me, so much so that it's enabled my body to work the best in 30 years. And before Synergy, this is how weak my immune system was. I was someone who caught every cold going. If there was flu going round, I'd get that. I had recurring throat, chest infections, urinary infections. And even 5-6 years ago, I had pneumonia one winter. I had bronchitis the next, followed by whooping cough the summer after. So that's how my immune system was so compromised. And since doing Purify, specifically Purify, and continuing to put the V3 nutrition in my body, which I just feel is the nutrition that my body needs, it almost craves it to actually work the best it can. I felt really so much stronger and now keep very, very well. So I know firsthand how health is our greatest wealth. And I really love passing my knowledge to help others make better, well-informed choices on how to look after themselves and enjoy a better quality of life. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. So before we look at how to support in your immune system on the go, let's take a look at what it is. And you'll see on this slide a few things that just let us know why it's so very important to support it. The immune system is, in my mind, really one of the most remarkable and complex systems within the human body. And from the moment you are born, its prime function is to protect us. And it does that by combating infection and harmful substances like viruses and bacteria, parasites, the pre-cancer cells, and also the growing cancer cells. All of these can cause lots of body damage, and they can also prove a threat to health and life. So when we have high immunity and we feel very well, we tend not to give it much or any consideration, do we? But it's actually a very complex system, a network of cells, tissues and organs that work together like a well-trained army. And its major components include the lymph nodes, spleen, bone marrow, thymus, and lots of specialized white blood cells. So it works tirelessly around the clock to keep your body functioning at its very best. So our skin is our largest organ, and it's one of our first physical barriers. And it has an incredible microbiome layer, which was really well explained by Sarah during our week of microbiome webinars. This invisible layer is protecting us from environmental, airborne toxins and pathogens. Hair and mucus in our nose trap and kill bacteria, preventing them from reaching the lungs. And we also have a mucus film of liquid over our eyelids, over our eyelashes, in the linings of our gut and respiratory tracts. These allow nutrients in, but are also designed to keep harmful substances out. So if invading organisms breach the skin and are not killed by the surface enzymes, then it's the internal immune system that then actually comes to the rescue. It all springs into action, if you like. So think of your body as a castle, and in your castle is an army of specialised immune cells that protects every bit of it. And we have cells that give a warning that there's been a breach or an attack. These cells alert the troops, if you like, and red blood cells can arrest an invader, hold on to it until its comrades, like the phagocytes, arrive and then put up a fight and then destroy the intruder by eating it up. And for those of you who are old enough, as old as me, nearly 50, you'll remember the arcade game Pac-Man. So envisage lots of Pac-Men gobbling up all the dots in the maze and the monsters and the ghosts. So this is how a lot of our immune cells work. And it's in this battleground that we have lots of specialised cells, some of which produce antibodies, some of which help other immune cells like the T lymphocytes, which dive into the attack and control the level of immune reaction. We also have some natural killer cells which are designed to destroy cancer cells. So some of these immune cells only have a very short lifespan. T cells, for example, only live for about 4 days. Others, they die as soon as they destroy and eat a pathogen. And once an invader has been dealt with, new troops of immune cells need to be produced in the bone marrow and also in the thymus, and then posted to your forts of your castle. These can be lymph nodes, your tonsils, appendix, your spleen. And lymphatic vessels drain into these forts, bringing in the next invaders to be destroyed. And this is why lymph nodes in the neck or your armpits or your groin sometimes become swollen and feel quite uncomfortable and inflamed when you've got an infection. So this is indeed a sign that your troops are really doing their job well. So when working properly, any harmful viruses, bacteria, parasites, and other substances are really no match for a strong immune system. And from our environment to our food, our medicine and lifestyle, we are surrounded by things that can depress it. So signs of an imbalanced immune system, or one that is becoming weakened, it may be things like you're feeling that you're continually coming down with something. It could be recurring colds, the flu. You could be somebody who's getting recurring infections, like I used to, chest infections, strep, sore throats. Your wounds may be slightly slower to heal. You might have a growing number of allergies or intolerances. Excessive pain, muscle pain and poor sleep even are signs of an immune system that's actually out of balance. You could experience limitations in your fitness that you didn't have before. And interestingly, both chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia can also be associated with immune system dysfunction. And unfortunately, like Rachel was describing, sometimes the immune system can overreact. It's almost like it malfunctions. And instead of searching out intruders, it can become very confused and it can start attacking its own beneficial cells and tissues. So all of these listed here, including Sjogren's, which Rachel has, are some of these autoimmune diseases that are really on the rise, actually. Cases are on the rise. So it's really important to limit the contributing factors that actually can allow this to develop. So what can we do to actively support your immune system? Well, we all know we need to keep a healthy diet, don't we? An optimal intake of nutrients is crucial. Foods like carrots, beetroot, sweet potatoes, green leafy vegetables, tomatoes, the list goes on actually, but some of these are key foods that actually are known to boost your immune system. Maintaining good gut health is also vital, as 70 to 80% of your immune system is found to be in your gut. And it's the diversity of gut bacteria that actually allow the white blood cell production to increase. So you really need to look after your gut to improve your immune system. Sleep deprivation is also known to make us more vulnerable to illness. And interestingly, your T fighting cells are much higher during the night, more so as in the day. And I think your immune system is very, very busy while you're resting. It's when you do a lot of repair and renewal. There are times when antibiotics are necessary, but it's important to not overuse them, because the beneficial bacteria destroyed by these drugs can actually cause them to change into harmful cells. There's also lots of scientific evidence that continued stress interferes with immune function, so it's really vital to take time to unwind. Find things that you enjoy to counteract its effects, like relaxing, reading a book, taking a walk in nature, practice deep breathing exercises. So many things that can help. And we all know that exercise is one of the pillars of healthy living, and exercise has been proven to increase your immune cells. And it's particularly the Pac-Men that destroy and gobble up the invaders that actually are produced in a higher rate, or at a higher rate, when you exercise. Drinking plenty of water helps to detoxify and eliminate germs. And dehydration can lead to lots of different imbalances. They could be chemical imbalances, pH imbalances, which are all known to weaken the immune system. Toxins, unfortunately, now pervade the air we breathe and the water we drink, the food we eat, and they're absolutely everywhere, aren't they? In food packaging, home cleaning products, etc. So again, do what you can to reduce your exposure. All these steps can help. So I'm personally very aware that my good balanced diet, unfortunately, doesn't provide me with the sufficient nutrients my body needs for optimum immune function. So I decide to actually supplement my diet with the V3 system, with the magnesium, Synergy's Body Prime, and I also do the Purify Reset program twice a year, as well as incorporating fermented foods into my diet. And all the antioxidants, and they've been spoken about lots in our webinars this month, are all immune boosting. So when we're on the go, that could be traveling for work, couldn't it? It could be traveling for pleasure when we're busy, catching planes, etc., trains, or having extremely busy days. It's not always possible to eat well. It's not always possible to get sufficient sleep either, or to take the exercise we need, let alone carry a host of supplements around with us. So as routine can go out of the window, these gel supplements that Synergy have provided us with can actually be very practical ways and very convenient when you're traveling and when you're busy and on the go. So ProMoon here is a fantastic product, which is a lovely peach apricot flavour, and you just take one of these a day. It's a very practical way of boosting your immune system on the go. This week I've driven from Somerset to Oxford, on it to Chesterfield, and then back home, and I usually swear by Mystify for immune support, but instead I took these sachets and just popped them in my handbag. So let's just look at some of the key ingredients. Well, firstly, it's packed with immune supporting zinc, and zinc is vital for protecting the cells. It contributes to protecting us from oxidative stress, which John Burgess talked to us about in the first week. And foods rich in zinc include fresh oysters, ginger root, lamb, lots of the nuts, and it's also found in oats and sardines. Green tea extract is a significant antioxidant and well known for strengthening the immune system, and ProMoon contributes to this as well. And the really interesting ingredient for me is the brown seaweed extract. Now, sea plants have access to all the nutrients in the ocean, and they've actually been found to contain 10 to 20 times more minerals than plants on the land. Also very abundant in vitamins too. So in fact, all minerals required for health are supplied in seaweed in proportions quite similar to those found in human blood. It's really quite fascinating. So we have on the planet 5 blue zone regions, and these are where people live on average much longer. And one of the best known regions is Okinawa in Japan. And Okinawa is very well documented as it's home to the world's highest concentration of people over 100 years of age. And its other name is the Island of Immortality. So the reason that they live to such a grand old age is due to several factors, but one of these is as part of their staple diet, they eat a kombu type seaweed, which is called Laminaria japonica. And Synergy have taken this marine algae from the Caspian Sea and not from Japanese waters, I hasten to add. But interestingly, this seaweed has the highest amount of iodine of all seaweeds, and it's a particular lymphatic cleanser, and it alkalizes the blood as it boosts your immune defenses. There's over 900 published studies which show its positive nutritional benefits, and this is these are benefits, the actual benefits have been found to play a fundamental role in rebalancing our complex immune system, even down to rebalancing the immune cells, so having an impact, direct impact on the white blood cells, the Pacmen, the phagocytes, the T lymphocytes, and our natural killer cells. So ProMoon has been used in many other European countries for about a year now, and there are some incredible testimonials which have been shared, including its use with children. A young boy, for example, who suffered asthma attacks due to a very severe allergy down to animal hair, now has his own cat, would you believe it or not, as his allergy is completely gone, which I find really quite incredible. And the only thing that was different was him taking ProMoon every day. So I'm sure we're going to have lots and lots more of incredible testimonials coming through as we start using this product in the UK, and hopefully it will come to the market. So a fascinating product, as is this next fact too. In myth, as well as biology, the sea is the source that all things arrive from and return to. The human body begins in a saline solution in the womb, and nourished and cleansed by blood that has almost the same composition as seawater. So given this fact, and the Japanese having one of the largest life expectancies on the planet, ProMoon may just be that practical and convenient support that you'd like your immune system to have when you're very busy and on the go. Well, my time is up now. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing this Elite Health nugget with you. I really wish I'd had a little bit more time because the immune system is fascinating. It's very complex, and I really couldn't touch on just the beginning of it, really. But I do find that I do hope that you found what I did share with you very useful and informative. So now I need to take a moment to share what we have lying ahead. Using the same link that you've tuned into tonight, please catch Helen tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, ending the week with the importance of vitamins and minerals on the go. And on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, we have Sue Thomas. Now, Sue Thomas always inspires me. She will share with us some great facts and information about the Synergy business. And this will be on our Discover Synergy call. If you haven't already heard Sue, she really is such a fantastic speaker. She's a functional nutritionist and a passionate health coach for the last 15 years and is so dedicated to educating others and really helping them back to better health. So if you're wondering how you can blend a Synergy business with your current work, then I really encourage you to take 30 minutes to listen in. You may be somebody who enjoys helping other people, who is possibly looking for an opportunity to maybe do some more of that and to make a difference. So we'd really love to see you on Sunday evening. Existing team members, please remember to register for this exciting training day that we have on June the 9th. The Eventbrite link is on our Facebook page. And this Business Accelerator Training Day is going to be packed with great tools to help us take our businesses to greater heights, I'm sure. We have a really exciting agenda for that training day in Birmingham. So lastly, if you would like any support or help regarding anything we've been sharing, please do go back to the person who invited you to any of these webinars. Have a chat with them. They really are there to assist you. They love taking care of people, love helping people, and they certainly will be able to help you take care of yourself. and for you to help, for you to achieve better your health goals. Anything that you're looking to achieve, they can help you with that. So I very much appreciate you taking the time to join in and listen this evening. I wish you all the very best of health and enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you and good night.